The annual cost of the rule is $10.9 billion, with ultimately around 9,000 permanent jobs.
And so what is that cost per job?
Advanced mathematics can be rather challenging, but it's some recent formulas that were put forth by the Environmental Protection Agency that really have me puzzled. During the last week of July, a House subcommittee held hearings on EPA air regulations that will impact the electric industry. Regulations which some call costly to consumers and job-killing.
There will be very high electricity rate increases, as has been observed by the committee members, and significant job losses associated with the implementation of these rules.
But in the testimony, the EPA defended their regulations by pointing to their mathematical formula, in which an increase in the cost of electricity to businesses and consumers saves businesses money.
Well, the small businesses who could, in theory, be impacted from small prices increase, this is such a small increase that it could be well within their ability to make energy efficiency controls.
It's always easy for government to say that. It's much tougher for the individual or the family or the business owner to actually have to implement it.
They would actually save money and be able to invest it in their business.
So wait a minute. Now you're saying increased energy costs is actually going to be a savings? How does that work?
Well, if they implement certain, very simple energy efficiency measures in their own business that most business people are looking at.
Well, I'm sure they're doing that if it makes sense on their own. They don't need the government to tell them to do that.
And if that mathematical analysis wasn't clear enough, take into account that the regulations will cost electricity producers about $10.9 billion a year.
The annual cost of the rule is $10.9 billion, with ultimately around 9,000 permanent jobs.
And so what is that cost per job?
Are you waiting for an answer? Well, this is actually one that I could figure out. It's over $1.2 million per full-time job.
And so what is that cost per job?
Well, the purpose of the rule is to achieve 17,000, avoid premature deaths for 17,000 adults, 11,000 non-fatal heart attacks, 5,300 hospital admissions, 6,900 emergency room visits, 4,500 cases of chronic bronchitis, 11,000 cases of acute bronchitis. Those are the things that we add up as the benefit side.
I understand all that. But if you're using this as a justification because it creates jobs, we have to look at the cost per job and say, does that even make sense?
Lawmakers will continue to see how things add up as they continue to review EPA regulations. For CNSNews.com, I'm Eric Scheiner.